Ladies and gents, turn up your hunger. We're riding out to XCARET Mexican restaurant. Kicking it with Bobby, Luis, Lisette, and the crew that brings the flavor. Brought to you by the voice of the Bedia broadcaster. Buddy, you remind me of a quesadilla. Slow cooked beef in consomme, dripping just like a waterfall. Oh, buddy, I fell in love down in XCARET to the sounds of the sizzle, yeah. Played by Chef on the plunger. How we doing, sports fans? We're back here at XCARET Mexican Restaurant, and that's right, it's time for another game day grub segment. And this time, this is the one that everybody asks about. Where do you find birria tacos? Well, you find them right here at XCARET Mexican Restaurant, folks. Now, before you settle in to watch the game, whether you're by yourself trying to figure out what you want for dinner, or maybe you're organizing your viewing party and you're trying to figure out how to feed a bunch of people, your solution? Call in your order now. XCARET Mexican Restaurant, one of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Whether it's one person or 30, 50, you name it, they can feed you. With their catering options that they have available, the large party room that they have, they can seat and accommodate large groups. So come on in here to XCARET Mexican Restaurant. See what they have to offer. Because folks, some of the finest dining you're going to find here in Tiffin and Seneca County. Today, we're here to highlight one of the fan favorites. It's kind of a hidden item on the menu. You got to search to find it. These are called the queso tacos, otherwise known as birria tacos. Now these are served as 3 tacos, and these are crispy, crunchy shells grilled on a flat top with beef, cheese inside, folded over. But here we go. I'm gonna one-hand this because I got the mic going on here, but and we gotta get some onions and cilantro in there. They serve it with a red hot sauce. I'm not much of a spice guy, so I'm not gonna do a whole lot of it, but I'm gonna do a little bit, because you know what? You gotta have a little bit. It don't hurt nobody, because I want the flavor. The flavor is phenomenal. And just, I mean, yeah, these are going in there. So, now she's ready to dunk. So here we go. Dunking and going in. Give me a minute. I'm experiencing something right now. Are you seriously just gonna sit here and watch me eat? Get your own. Birria tacos. Consomme. Make it happen. Put it in your belly. This is the place to get it right here. XCARET Mexican Restaurant. Call in your order right now. 15% off your order. Only if you told them you heard about it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Seneca Nation. Let's ride.
Brought to you by XCARET Mexican Restaurant. We are just moments away from the opening kickoff. Brought to you by Drawn to the Surface. But folks, this matchup features two SBC River teams. Calvert comes into this one at 3-4, 2-2 in the SBC River. Margaretta, fresh off an upset on the road in Bascom over the Hopewell Loudon Chieftains. They are 6-1 with a 4-0 record, tops in the SBC River. Once again, these two teams met last year in Castalia with the Polar Bears on top 10-0. And these Polar Bears playing with a lot of momentum right now, 6 wins in a row after losing their first one of the year. But Zach, this one figures to be a great matchup between these two evenly matched teams.
Yeah, Margaretta this year seems like the cream of the crop. They are the team to beat in the SBC River. They have a good defense. They have a really good offense. They will run the ball at you and around you and every which way they can find. Last week they actually threw the ball quite a bit, over 20 times, which averaging this season, they throw the ball about 8 times a game, a 22 outburst last week. We'll take a look at the stats right here. Points per game, Margaretta 35-21, points per game allowed. Again, just 10 to Calvert's 31, passing yards, rushing yards, turnovers, takeaways. Margaretta is playing really, really good football.
Absolutely. And last week, you mentioned those 22 pass attempts from Jake Boy, our player of the game last week. He also was 3 for 3 on field goals. So this Margaretta Polar Bears team, they can come at you in all 3 phases of the game. Their defense, one of the best in the SBC. Their offense, obviously they can run the ball. With the best of them, they averaged over 250 yards per game going into that game against Hopewell last week. But they proved last week on the road that even when you can shut down their run game, they can go to the passing game and get some yards through the air as well. We're going to step aside, take a quick timeout, but when we come back, we'll break this down some more. This pregame show is brought to you by XCARET Mexican Restaurant. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. More than just a game, this is Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy, your legacy.
It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports. All right, welcome back to Hoernemann Stadium. We're live here with the pregame show brought to you by XCARET Mexican Restaurant, moments away from the opening kick, brought to you by Drawn to the Surface. Once again, we talked about these two teams evenly matched, but when you look at the numbers, you know, this Margaretta Polar Bears team, those numbers stand out, obviously. Those rushing yards are the big number that stands out to me. Points per game allowed, points per game. But for Margaretta tonight, it's going to be key that they stay in third and short. Don't get into third and long situations, but also don't force it. Don't force the issue. This is a defense that's opportunistic, but they haven't had a whole lot of chances to really get too many turnovers this year, so you don't want to give them too many opportunities. So don't force it, and also take away that inside run. That's going to be key for the Margaretta Polar Bears tonight. For Tiffin Calvert, it's really simple. They've got to play a perfect game to beat this Polar Bears team. No turnovers, establish the line of scrimmage early, and play all three phases of the game. It's clear after last week these Polar Bears can play in all three phases, so the Seneca's going to have to match it tonight.
Absolutely, they are. And Calvert, they're going to get the opportunity first. They're going to get the ball. We're going to see that run game come out. We're going to see what they can do offensively. They do have some weapons. Excited to see this Margaretta defense just about as much. I mean, they have been just stifling.
Once again, those keys to the game brought to you by our friends at UIS Insurance and Investments. Opening kickoff, once again, brought to you by Drawn to the Surface. And, of course, our pregame show, thanks to XCARET Mexican Restaurant, one of our proud premier sponsors here at Heart of Ohio Sports. Playoffs are coming up, folks. It's a perfect time to get on board. I know some of those businesses in the area, might not be willing to jump on for a whole season of 20 games, but you can dip your toe in the water. This is a perfect time to get on board for the playoffs. As for Tiffin Calvert, they got a lot of work to do if they want to try to punch their ticket. They are sitting in 8th spot in Region 26 right now, but they need some things to go their way in these last few weeks here. So specifically here tonight, as Jake Boy kicks it away, fielded at the 10-yard line. Max Griffin on the return for the Senecas, breaks a tackle to the 25, and he's going to be brought down at about the 27-yard line. That's where the Senecas will take over with their first possession of the ball game.
Yeah, great special teams play there by Dillon Waltermeyer, the freshman out there making a play. If he doesn't get hands on the returner right there, he is gone. So now that defense for the Polar Bears gets to come out. Take a look at their secondary. I want to highlight the 3 people with multiple interceptions on the year. That's Bailey. That's Judah Keller, who we'll see on both sides of the ball tonight. That's Carter Luzader, too.
Tucker Coleman in the shotgun formation for the Senecas. 4 receivers set. They hand it off. Logan DeMoss on the handoff. And he's got it up to about the 28. Maybe a yard gain on the play. Interesting look there. They came out in a 5-receiver set and then motioned DeMoss into the backfield to take the handoff there.
Yeah, you got Jace Berg, number 43, coming off the edge, untouched. Sophomore making a stop for a short gain early.
Coleman brings a man in motion. That's DeMoss. DeMoss will settle on the right side of the formation. Coleman. Hand off to Nolan Lee, and he is brought down, wrapped up in the backfield. Big number 43 back there, Jace Berg, sophomore linebacker, into the backfield.
Yeah, Jace Berg now 2 for 2 on plays right here this drive. He had the first tackle for no gain.
Let's watch him untouched into the back. He did get a little chip there as DeMoss kind of got a chip on him, but
yeah, that's bad blocking there by Logan DeMoss. He got to get his man off of the spot. He's kind of
got to square up on him. Yep. 5 receivers set here for Coleman on 3rd and long.
This is where this defense has been so dangerous.
Coleman slings it over the middle, picked off. Intercepted by the Polar Bears defense. Tyler Johnson on the interception at the 33-yard line.
We were talking about it, man. Take a look at this. 3 receivers to the right of your screen. Coleman makes the throw, and it just
threw it right into
double coverage.
Right into coverage.
Yeah. Now, it looked like he had an open receiver in the flat. So
it did.
Early on, let's see where man, that passing game is so hard.
And they got pressure in his face right away. Polar Bears come out in a shotgun formation. Judah Keller in the backfield with quarterback Jake Boy. Fakes the handoff. Now Boy's going to keep it. And he's going to be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Cameron Lucius on the tackle, but that's good for about 7, maybe 8 yards. Nice little pickup there.
Yeah, that midline option with the quarterback running right underneath.
And that's just a play where he's just reading that defensive end, seeing what he does.
Yeah, and that's what, at this level, that can be so effective because it's one read and then you let your athletes make a play.
2nd and short. Boy in the shotgun. Takes the snap, slings it left side, complete. And that's going to be good for a first down. Out of bounds, inside the 20, down to the 15 is Zack Boy.
Mason Reinbolt out in front. He's going to be asked to be the lead blocker on this bubble.
That'll be an NLS Professional Grounds first down to push him inside the Riehm red zone.
Take a look at this replay. Out in front, 33. He's fighting hard. Gets the pancake there to end it. That's what you want. Now you're in
That's a
score
nice
position.
block. First and 10, Polar Bears. Ball at the 15. Boy takes the snap, handoff. Keller on the carry, and he's got it down to about the 6-yard line. 9-yard gain. Be close to the first down marker.
I am loving this offense right now. Gary Quizno's putting out there. You see they motion down as a tight end originally, Jace Berg. They bring him back to the halfback position. They're going to use him as the lead blocker out in front, get the ball in the hands of the athlete. Coming across the screen. Got space.
Jake Boy under center. 2 backs in the backfield. He's going to hand it off. This is Berg off the left side. Buries his head forward, picks up the first down to about the 4-yard line.
This is big man counter the other way. Pull your guards, pull whoever you want across the formation from the right to the left. Berg, he's a big guy. Hard running, in and out for the first down, 1st and goal. This is as good of a game plan as you can have right now.
Well, you get the turnover on the first possession of the game for the Senecas, and now you've turned that into 1st and goal at the 4. Jake Boy under center. Hand off to Judah Keller. Up the middle, and Keller buries his head forward. He's going to be brought down just shy of the goal line. Boy, he is a load to bring down, man. This kid just plays with a different kind of swagger.
You're getting the ball fast off that right side. He's already there. Right through the A gap you're trying to get to, and he's just, he's a big kid. He's got a lot of momentum.
They say he's a better basketball player than he's a football player.
Judah Keller, 6 foot.
Jake Boy on the quarterback keeper. Breaks the plane to the end zone for the touchdown. Flag thrown at the end of the play, as I don't think they like Boy pointing at the student section after that one.
Hey, you make a play like that, you can celebrate however you want to. I don't care. Jake Boy.
You don't care, but I don't think the referees like that.
One of 3 captains on this team, providing that spark for the offense. Take a look at the replay. That's as easy as it gets, a walk-in touchdown.
6-0.
The only person that really hurts is him because he's got to kick the extra point. Yeah. We were watching him in warm-ups. I mean, he probably would have been good 35-40.
Oh, yeah. I mean, last week, like I said, 3 for 3. I think he's about, what was he? He was 24 for 28 going into last week. He still is, yeah. 24 for 28. On extra points on the year.
They're going to take that on the kickoff, so it's not going to matter anyway. But he's got a boot.
So, Boy, I think they got the defense to jump there. So does that negate the other penalty? How does that work? Not.
Yeah, so they force you to replay the try if you accept, and now you're thinking, all right, well let's try to go for 2. They cut the distance down in half, and your run game was already so good. They're going to bring, who's that, Cameron Moore? Yeah, it is. Bring him back out there. Not traditionally a special teams player, but now you need him to block up the middle.
Boogie Moyer bringing him in. Handoff, Keller into the middle and into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And the Margaretta Polar Bears jump out to an 8-0 lead with 7:59 left to play here in the first quarter.
Let's take a look at this replay. The inside handoff, and look how he just sheds DeMoss over the top. I mean, he is strong of a runner is.
Yeah, DeMoss got into the backfield there, but no chance. Arm tackles aren't going to bring him down.
No.
Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors for allowing us to bring this ball game to you live and paywall free right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We'd like to thank XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, CLOUSE Construction, NLS Professional Grounds, UIS Insurance and Investments, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, VICEK Orthodontics, Drawn to the Surface, RIEHM Produce Farm, Joe Bailiff's Route 30 Harley-Davidson, YANICH Oral Surgery and Dental Implants, Forte Music, the Ohio Army National Guard, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, BUCKEYE IT Services, Plastinite 3D Printing, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink, Advantage Overhead Door, Simonis Detailing, First National Bank of Sycamore, the Edward Jones Offices of Tiffin, Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouse, Wendy's, and CLOUSE Electric. All proud sponsors, bringing you high school football all season long right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Polar Bears set to kick it off. Ball at the 25-yard line. But Jake Boy still sends this one inside the 20. DeMoss fields it at the 17. To the 35. Jumps out of a tackle, but he jumps right into the arms of a Polar Bear. Mason Cromer on the tackle. Brought down at the 40-yard line. Senecas take over there. Now, the first time they went 3 and out, but on that third play, they actually threw an interception. So we'll see what they can do here. They went primarily empty backfield, a lot of spread formation, trying to spread this Polar Bears defense out. I think that's the look that they're trying to give. But these Polar Bears, really, they're not biting on it, Zach. They're still staying pretty in tight. Handoff goes to Nolan Lee, who last week, 33 carries, 201 yards, and 4 touchdowns against Northwood.
And you're talking about Margaretta stacking the box, and even with so many receivers out there, that's because they trust that defense. I mean, they've been playing so well that you're like, all right, we can kind of start trusting these guys to be out on islands by themselves. Trying to force Calvert into making a play.
2nd and 4. Fake the handoff, sling it backwards. DeMoss goes back and catches it. Stretches forward to about the 48, maybe the 49-yard line. We'll see where they mark it.
What an effort here by DeMoss. He has to come back behind him to make this grab. That's not an inline throw. He follows the block, stretch out there at the end. 3rd short.
3rd down and 2. Quarterback in the shotgun. Defense jumps, but they evidently were not in the neutral zone.
Well, you gotta snap it so that they're caught off guard in the neutral zone. That's what, now this is NFL, but
Nolan Lee on the carry, and he's got the 1st down inside Polar Bear territory down to the 47-yard line.
Like I was saying, I know it's NFL, but that's what Aaron Rodgers does so well, right? But it's when they have that jump, when you see any movement, you know you have a free play, but you got to take that opportunity, and they just go right with it, inside run. Move the chains.
That's an NLS Professional Grounds 1st down. Senecas have it 1st and 10. 4 receivers set, 3 on the far side, 1 here on the near. Coleman rolls to the right, slings it right side. Oh, that's nearly intercepted, but it goes off the turf. Boy, I tell you what, right there once again was Tyler Johnson trying to get himself a 2nd interception.
Yeah, it was great coverage on the back end. They boot Coleman out to the right side, and he has time, he has space, and he's pushing that all the way. Nothing's open.
Yeah, there's just really no separation being down the field from any of these receivers so far here tonight. And this Polar Bear defense, they're legit. They bring it. 2nd down and long. 4 receivers set for the Senecas. Coleman takes the snap, handoff, Nolan Lee off the right side. And he falls forward to about the 44. Gain of 3. Mason Cromer on the stop for the Polar Bears. 3rd and long coming up here for Tiffin Calvert. They need to move it past the 37 to convert.
Nolan Lee, bright spot. He has been averaging 4.4 per carry.
We'll check in with our sideline reporter, Brendon Blott, after this play. 3rd and long. They bring a man in motion. Coleman takes the snap, looks down the left sideline, and it is complete. What a catch by Logan DeMoss. Able to get his feet inbounds and maintain possession along the sideline. That's a beautiful play. Can we get a replay of that?
Yeah, the replay is going to show you. I think there was a bobble, but I want to see if he got it back and in time. The throw, beautiful. It's on the money.
Ooh, what a catch by
He got the
DeMoss.
feet. Oh, wow.
On a 1st down for the Senecas, they move it to the 32-yard line on a 3rd and long once again. Big-time conversion. Coleman fakes the handoff, slings it right side. Max Griffin on the reception, follows his blocks, falls forward to about the 27. We got a flag on the play on the outside. I think we're going to get holding against the Senecas.
Yeah, I think it's Drew Meyer, the outside receiver.
He's got a size, about 5'7" out there trying to block on the perimeter,
Yeah.
I didn't say that. I said 5'7", Jake. He's not that tall.
What is this new thing kids are doing now?
Yeah, I know. Exactly. I feel that way too, Zach. Ball at the 42-yard line after the penalty.
Nate, I think we have you doing that in a commercial you might see later on.
We do. I got caught. 5 receivers set, empty backfield. Tucker Coleman surveys the defense, brings a man in motion. He's going to motion DeMoss into the backfield on his left hip. Quick pitch out to the left for DeMoss. Trying to find the edge here, but that Polar Bear defense, man, they are just all over it. Quick to get to the edge. And that's what you mean by set the edge, Zach.
Exactly. They're able to stretch this play all the way out. There's nowhere for DeMoss to go. Take a look. They have Cole Seifert coming across the formation, and it gets a block, but kind of bounces off of him. And there's just so many people to the ball, and that's one of the strengths of this defense. I mean, they can rally.
Mm-hmm. These Polar Bears, they swarm. That's for sure. They swarm to the ball. 2nd and long. Inside of 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Coleman fakes the handoff, looks over the middle, and it's broken up, incomplete. He was looking for Drew Meyer over the middle, but Judah Keller right there to break that one up.
Lucas Stoltz coming across the field on the backside of this play. Never got the eyes around to see, but he was open.
Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Brendon Blott, as he's down there on the sideline tonight. Brendon, how we doing?
Good. It's a little colder than I'd like, but it's not too bad down here.
Well, look at you down there in a T-shirt and shorts on. You're braving the elements, man.
This is a year-round outfit here. And maybe add a sweatshirt when it gets close to the negatives, but this is what we roll with.
You're the shorts guy in the winter, huh?
I definitely am.
Coleman back to pass, 3rd and long, steps up, evades pressure, but he gets brought down just past the line of scrimmage at the 41-yard line. Once again, Polar Bears defense all over it. Jace Berg on the stop.
Yeah, he was looking for DeMoss on the double move right here. Doesn't see him, so he's got to step up, try to make something happen. Again, there's just great coverage right now in the secondary. You got a lot of guys doing it too. Tyler Johnson, the linebacker out there. Zach Bowie.
Punt unit onto the field for Tiffin Calvert. Tucker Coleman takes the low snap, gets it away. Return man fields it at the 15. This is Luzader on the return, brings it back to the 25. Carter Luzader, junior receiver.
Great tackle there by Stoltz. Lucas Stoltz making a special teams play, hawking him down from behind.
And that'll be 1st down for the Polar Bears at the 25-yard line. And the Senecas had a little bit of momentum going on that drive, but it stalls out after the penalty. You set yourself back 10 yards, it's hard to recover from that.
Yeah, and it's hard when you're trying to get a bunch of those yards back at a time like Calvert is.
Senecas bring a lot of guys up to the line of scrimmage. And Zach Boy on the carry, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, breaks another tackle, just keeps rolling all the way down to the 49-yard line. A lot of poor tackling on that play right there.
Yeah, Coach Quizno going into his bag of tricks. He's running the reverse up the middle, and it works out. Zack Boy, strong running. Churn it and burn it down inside, almost to the 50. Hey, that's one of those kind of trick, like the gadget plays that you'll run back. But, I mean, this offense, the whole playbook is open.
Another NLS Professional Grounds first down. Ball at the 49-yard line. Boy fakes the handoff, slings it right side, completes it to Boy. Zack Boy on the reception, and after the catch, he makes a lot happen there. He's got about 20 yards down to the 31-yard line. That was impressive after the catch because, I mean, he caught the ball at about the 48-yard line and then ran for about another 18 yards after that.
Get your athletes in space and let them make plays. That's what happens here. He's hit from the flat. He was
3 broken
open
tackles. 4 broken tackles. 4
And he gets
broken
hit
tackles
behind there. Tucker Coleman laying down the hit stick. Well, you got to run like that. You'll take that every day as an offensive player.
Boy, back to pass. Down the left sideline into the end zone. Incomplete as he was looking for Cale Bailey.
Yeah, it was a one-read play. Everybody stay home, one-on-one on the outside. You recognize that. Go for it. It's a great ball.
Speaking of Cale Bailey, he's part of our player spotlight brought to you by VICEK Orthodontics for the Margaretta Polar Bears. As he comes into this one, 15 catches, 340 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's their big play threat. He's the guy they want to look to get the ball in his hands, averaging over 22 yards per catch. So that's the guy they want to try to get the ball in the hands of. Plus, defensive side of the ball leads the team with 3 interceptions as well. Once again, player spotlight brought to you by VICEK Orthodontics. Handoff to Judah Keller off the right side. And he's going to be brought down at about the 27-yard line. Anderson Hart on the tackle.
Yeah, it's just physical running right now. Blocking's working. The run game really, like that momentum is real. Like things really do snowball, and once the big boys start to lean on you, I mean, then your run game's wide open. That means your pass game is wide open. Then you can start doing some fun stuff in between, like those 20-yard reverse plays.
Now, Seneca's second to last in the SBC River in rushing yards per game allowed. That one complete from boy to boy as Jake throws it to Zack.
Take a look at this play. He steps up in the pocket, great awareness, delivers a strike. I mean, he was dead to rights. He'll take the snap. It's coming off the left side. You see pressure is sent. Gets past his man on the run, across his body, a strike. And how about Boy on the other end? Strong hands. Anyway, just great execution.
Ball inside the RIEHM red zone at the 19-yard line. 1st and 10. Jake Boy in the shotgun. Slings it right side, complete. Luzader on the reception to the 15. And DeMoss brings him down at about the 10.
Why not get Luzader involved? Everybody get your touches. Boy ran that play the last time we saw it down here on the right side, that bubble, and he broke 4 tackles. They're going to let Luzader go out there and try to do the same thing, and then picks up a huge gain on first.
Brendon, did he get out of bounds on that one?
No, he definitely didn't get out of bounds.
Why'd they stop the clock?
I'm not sure. He definitely was down in bounds, though.
Yeah, I thought he was down in
It
bounds.
was right in front of me.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know. 2nd down and 2. Boy brings a man in motion. They hand it off. That's Luzader, the motion man. Trying to find a little running room. He's got the first down inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. Carter Luzader.
He is just riding that wave. Gets the ball, clean handoff. He's already in motion, and he's just kind of waiting for the blocking to kind of sort itself out. Looking for that cutback, staying patient.
It'll probably be the last play of the first quarter. And it is indeed the last play. Your score Margaretta 8, Tiffin Calvert nothing. We'll step aside, take a timeout. When we come back, the Polar Bears have the ball at the 7-yard line, threatening inside the RIEHM red zone. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
This is a Butler building, and so is this one, and this one, and this one too. They're all Butler buildings. Custom designed, custom built to exacting specifications by CLOUSE Construction, your local Butler builder. Discover the difference a versatile Butler manufacturing building system can make for your new facility. Virtually any size, any shape, any usage. Call CLOUSE Construction today. You'll find their work all over Northwest Ohio and online at clouseconstruction.com.
At YANICH Oral Surgery in Marion, they specialize in dental implants and advanced oral care, all in a welcoming, state-of-the-art environment. Restore your smile. Renew your confidence. Visit YANICHOralSurgery.com. More than just a game, this is Heart of Ohio Sports. High school football lives here. This is Heart of Ohio Sports. And we're back here at Hoernemann Stadium on the campus of Heidelberg University. Nate Mullins on the call with Zack Dillon. Jacob Ellis, what can you tell us on the 1s and 2s? Brendon Blott down on the sidelines. Emma Moeglin doing a great job on our overhead camera. Thanks for tuning in here. Polar Bears have it as we start the second quarter inside the RIEHM red zone at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal. Jake Bowie hands the ball off. Judah Keller on the carry. And Seneca's defense swallows him up and brings him down. And that's something that we haven't seen a whole lot of, is the Seneca's defensive line collapsing on the offensive line of another team. I was expecting to see that a lot this year. And we just really haven't seen a whole lot of it this year.
They got great size up front.
Yeah.
They really do. They have actually pretty good size kind of all around. But it's just there's not a ton of urgency off the ball, which is just killer. Because, like, they know what they're doing. They have good hand fighting, but they're just not getting off the ball as fast as they need to. And Margaretta, to their credit, very much is.
2nd down and goal at the 5. Boy on a quarterback keeper. And he's going to keep those legs driving. Keeps trying to get in, but he's going to be brought down about the 3-yard line. Nice play by the defense there.
Yeah, I don't know if we have the ability to freeze frame, but just if we can look at that right off the ball, every single member of the offensive line is up and out of their stance right on that snap. I mean, they know the count, they know when it's coming, but it's just you're getting to the spot quicker. It's hard to come back from that.
3rd and goal, ball at the 3. 2 receivers on the near side of the field. Judah Keller in the backfield with senior quarterback Jake Bowie. Hands it off to Keller. Keller plunges into the end zone for the touchdown. And Judah Keller on 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line puts the Polar Bears up by 14. 10:20 left to play here in the first half.
Perfect execution. We'll take a look at the replay. Run up the right side. A cutback was open for Keller, and he took it. In for 6.
These Polar Bears making short work of both of their offensive possessions here.
Credit to the interior offensive line there, just washing everybody down.
And the kick is up. Extra point attempt is no good. Now, Zach, do you think that's because that goalpost is leaning a little bit this way?
Take a look at it. That one missed. Oh, probably 5 feet wide left. I was watching a video on the types of missed kicks and what the ball looks, how it does, kind of what happens with Pat McAfee breakdown, I think.
Yeah?
I don't remember what wide left was. I do remember wide right. It kind of pushes away. That's the kicker kind of, they don't open up as well as they should. The timing things. There's
Kicking
a lot.
lesson here from Zack Dillon. I like it.
I was never a kicker. That seems like one of the worst jobs on the field. I mean, it's like it's a mental game like golf is, but you're out there on an island. Everybody is watching you, and even if it's not your fault that you missed, because like that absolutely is a thing. Operations are such a precise thing that the ball location, if that's too high, you can't get the ball down in time. Like there's just so much that can go wrong, and everybody's gonna look at you for being the mistake. Oh, couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And also, I'm not good.
Well, I was never a good kicker. I didn't try.
I have a story kicking. Before, I'll let you call this first.
Return man fields it at the 7. DeMoss on the return. Up to the 25 to the 30. And he's brought down at the 35-yard line.
Look how strong you got to be to hold up a guy like that.
Yeah, he was not letting go. Nice open field tackle there. Number 26, Cohen Galler on the stop for the Polar Bears.
Hold on, you don't let go. Get back to that kicking story.
Get back.
Senior year of high school before I went on to play here at Heidelberg on this field a little bit. We were like messing around pregame at like 4:30, 5 o'clock. They set me up for a field goal, kick one of our star defensive players right in the back of the head.
Oh, that's nice. I love it. So you guys didn't get out of practice early that day.
No.
Hand off to Lee up the middle, up to the 40-yard line.
That was game day. That was pregame game day. Larry Keck, if you're watching. Still sorry. Didn't mean it.
You had a bullseye. Sorry, Larry.
He did, dude. Hit him square in the back of the head. And it was pretty close distance, too. He wasn't watching. We probably shouldn't have been kicking field goals.
Senecas have it at the 40-yard line, 2nd down and 4.
He was another D3 guy. Went to Alma.
Handoff once again, Nolan Lee. This time off the right side, up to about the 43-yard line.
All right, got to convert here. Good first down play, good second down play.
They've had good push at the line when they want to run the ball tonight. I mean, it's been there. And with this Polar Bears offense, I'd like to think you want to try to keep them off the field. So keep that running game going is definitely a good recipe for success.
Yeah, and you need the running game to get going because otherwise you're going to have to start relying on your passing game, and this passing defense is so good.
Coleman going to keep it, and that was doomed from the start. Don't know what that was, whether it was a designed quarterback play or it looked like it was designed.
It was a quarterback draw. The problem is they weren't able to get anything off the offensive line. There was a lot of push. They had their ears pinned back like it was a pass rush. And now if you can't meet that with your big guys up front, I mean, that's easy pickings. That's fish in a barrel.
Well, here's opportunity here. 4th and 1. They keep the offense on the field. DeMoss in a Wildcat formation. And I don't think Coach Lento liked the alignment he saw there. He calls the timeout on 4th and 1. We'll keep it right here for this Joe Bailiff Route 30 Harley-Davidson timeout. Let's thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here. Broadcast this game for you live and paywall free here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks to XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Hope and Fostoria, your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Klaus Construction, NLS Professional Grounds, UIS Insurance and Investments, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, VICEK Orthodontics, Drawn to the Surface, RIEHM Produce Farm, Joe Bailiff's Route 30 Harley-Davidson, YANICH Oral Surgery and Dental Implants, Forte Music, the Ohio Army National Guard, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, Buckeye IT Services, Plastinite 3D Printing, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink, Advantage Overhead Door, Simonis Detailing, First National Bank of Sycamore, the Edward Jones Offices of Tiffin, Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouse, Wendy's, and CLOUSE Electric. All proud sponsors bringing you high school football all season long right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. You got some score updates for me, Zach?
I do. Taking a look around the area. Mohawk up 14-0 on Upper.
Big 4th down here. DeMoss in the shotgun. Wildcat look. He's going to keep it. He found the room he needed, and he picks up the yards. They needed one, they got two. But the Senecas will convert on 4th down.
You get the push you needed. DeMoss with a full head of steam. Move the chains.
That's a nice looking play down there. Brendon, what'd you get? Get a nice look at that one.
Yeah, just that second effort at the end, getting through the front of that line, made it easy for him, got that first down, which that's huge for that momentum going into halftime.
Now, when they called that timeout, were you nearby? You hear anything what was said during that timeout?
I think I didn't hear a whole much, but I agree with you. I think they just didn't like the alignment and rather call a timeout and scheme something up for that big 4th down.
There you go. 1st and 10, Coleman down the middle of the field, and it was incomplete. Looking for DeMoss at the 25, but just off of his hands. And incomplete on the coverage, Zack Boy.
And DeMoss had a step. That's a perfect ball by Coleman. He's had a couple of dots tonight. Unfortunately, this one not able to be reeled in. He's got the step that's in the breadbasket.
Right there.
Going back to some scores from around the area, Seneca East over Buckeye Central, 21-0 in the second quarter. Columbian right now up 14-0 on Bellevue. That's a game we're going to be paying attention to tonight.
You can find that one over on the Adrenaline stream.
Gibsonburg, Lakota locked at 6, and carry over Colonel Crawford 6-0.
Coleman slings it right side. Ooh, what a catch by DeMoss. Goes back and snags that one and picks up about 5. That's the second time he's done that tonight, Zach, where Coleman kind of puts the ball in dangerous territory, but DeMoss bailed him out with a nice catch.
Yeah, that comes from Coleman. Just he's a little amped up right now. That throw
a little too much on it.
That was a straight line. You need to lead him a little bit.
A 3rd down and 5 with the ball at midfield. 4 receivers set, shotgun formation. Coleman in the backfield with Nolan Lee. Fake the handoff, sling it right. DeMoss on the reception, and he's going to be brought down short of the 1st down, about 2 yards shy at the 48-yard line.
Hey, you think they're going to go for it here? I mean,
yeah, you got to think after going for it 4th and 1 down there, this has got to be 4 down territory here, right?
Absolutely it is. I wonder if you're thinking about the same kind of thing. Inside run, stacked box for Margaretta.
4th down and 2. Coleman in the shotgun. And they still, man, they haven't got one of those to go their way all year because I feel like the interior linemen don't jump. The edge rushers, they get them to jump, but they get back.
We're going to get another timeout.
Timeout brought to you by Joe Bailiff's Route 30 Harley-Davidson in Upper Sandusky. Make sure you stick around for the halftime show brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. We'll have our marching band performance presented by Forte Music. Folks, I want to remind you, head on out to RIEHM Produce Farm this weekend for Barnyard Fun. That's tomorrow and Sunday. Thank you so much. Tomorrow and Sunday at RIEHM's Produce Farm. Tomorrow it's 12 to 7. Sunday it's 12 to 6. Head out, take the family, enjoy the festivities, enjoy the food, enjoy the fun. Folks, there's so much fun stuff to do out there. Over 30 activities. We were out there last weekend, got some more footage, ate some more food. I'll tell you what, it's a phenomenal atmosphere, and it's that time of year. It really does feel like fall weather. It's a great time to go out there, take the family, take your special one, take whoever you like, going out there and enjoy the fun at RIEHM's Barnyard Fun at RIEHM's Produce Farm. 4th and 2, they keep the offense on the field. Coleman brings the man in motion. Gonna throw it, sling it out right, complete. Nolan Lee, and he's got the 1st down past the 45 to the 43-yard line. Actually, beautiful catch there by Lee. They needed 5, they got 7.
Yeah, they take that route out to the flat. Wide open over the middle. Drew Meyer was calling for that ball. Instead, you're going to the check down. Great pitch and catch.
And that's an NLS Professional Grounds 1st down. Ball at the 43-yard line. 4 receivers set. Tucker Coleman in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Now he's going to keep it. Takes it, and he's up to about the 42 before he's brought down. I think that was a busted play, Zach. What do you think?
Yeah, he saw something he didn't like. He was going to try to throw that bubble screen out there to left side. thinks twice about it, tries to get the handoff, and then he's just taken off. I wonder if that exchange was messed up.
Yeah.
What it was supposed to be like a play action.
Yep.
Out to the flat or what, but something got messed up there. Smart to just take what you can.
Second down and long. Coleman standing, delivers it down the middle of the field. DeMoss at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown, but we got a flag at the 40-yard line. This one's coming back, folks. This one's coming back. Don't get too excited.
Wow.
We got linemen down here who aren't moving.
Connor Moore couldn't
Wait a
believe
second.
it.
Hang on. They're calling it the other way. I got guys pointing at the defense now, and now you got the offense starting to move down there. So, hey.
It's a huge call.
That is a touchdown. Touchdown, Senecas. What a throw by Tucker Coleman. Can we get a look at that throw? Are we going to talk about drop it in a bucket?
I have no idea how he was able to keep under this one. This ball, a moonshot.
I mean, it fluttered up there.
DeMoss running over it, hit it perfect.
So the penalty will be applied to the kickoff.
Yeah, I really thought that ball just sailed on him.
Yeah.
He had enough arch. Like you said, just drop it in the bucket. Coming down vertical.
So the Senecas line up for the extra point. Cameron Lucius on to attempt. Bad snap. DeMoss going to have to keep it. Throws it into the end zone. Oh, incomplete. Right through the hands of Lucas Stultz. Oh, he had it right there.
Wow.
Oh.
And that would have been a big special teams play. Oh, my goodness.
It was
DeMoss,
there.
It's a broken play from the beginning. DeMoss rightly is able to pick up great reflexes, great instincts. Stultz, he does the job perfect. On that, you're yelling, fire, 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 danger, 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 whatever. So you know it's a broken play so the wide receiver, the end man on the line of scrimmage can get out. He does it. Perfect ball placed by DeMoss, and that's what you want back.
For Stultz, that would have been his first catch of the year. Obviously, it wouldn't have counted on the 2-point, but still. Tried to catch him off guard there, Zach.
Well, again, like that was not intentional. I don't think that was a bad snap that just rolled back to DeMoss, and that's what you're supposed to do if you don't think you can pick that up. And
that's a pretty heads-up play by Stultz, though, to go out for the route.
What I'm saying.
I mean,
there's communication that happens there too. So I bet you DeMoss is just yelling whatever your word is, danger, fire,
poison, whatever.
Yeah, whatever you want to yell, but. Yeah, it was a heads-up play until it wasn't.
Lucius boots this one into the end zone because of the penalty. So the Polar Bears will take over at their own 20-yard line. Brendon, did you catch that penalty? What was the penalty on that play?
I couldn't tell. It looked like it was a hand to the face on the defense.
Okay.
Hands to the face on one of the D linemen, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah, because it was right about the line of scrimmage.
All of them down here thought that it was holding on the O-line. They didn't, like you said, they didn't worry about moving. So it was a sigh of relief for them for sure.
Yeah, that O-line wasn't moving there for a second. They were like, I think that's probably just one of those things where it's gone their way, or it's gone against them so many times this year, they were kind of just expecting it. What a throw out to the left side, but DeMoss just runs right by the receiver, and now Zack Boy into the open, and he is gone. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. You want to talk, Logan DeMoss had him dead to rights in the backfield, read that play perfectly, and ran right by him.
That's exactly what it is.
Didn't even touch him.
That's exactly what it is. He reads it right off the bat. I mean, he has already had a full head of steam.
I mean, he touched him.
Before that ball is snapped, he was already coming down the line of scrimmage, and he saw it. But DeMoss, you got to have control. Fly off the handle, that's great. That's awesome. You're going to lay the big hit, but you need to make it. And then, he runs by, and what are you going to do?
An 80-yard touchdown from Jake to Zack Boy. And Jake boots the extra point up and in. And the Polar Bears take a 21-6 lead. So quick answer. for Margaretta. First play, bam.
Back-to-back tough breaks for Calvert.
Wow.
Margaretta taking advantage. I mean, way do you miss a tackle like that? Make a pay.
And then after that, there's nobody in the back. There's nobody in the secondary that stood a chance to catch up to him. Nobody had that kind of speed.
No, so as what you're supposed to do, the defense, hopefully you're
just bad angles all around. Like, man.
Hopefully your lead guy can get enough push to postpone that play, and you're basically running an Oklahoma drill out there 2-on-2. And if you miss a tackle like that, there's nobody in your right, bad angles on the pursuit. So at worst, it should have been a 20-yard reception.
Yeah, because if they'd have taken the right angles in the back half of the secondary, they probably would have got him down at about the 40-45.
Boy, to his credit, turns all the afterburners.
Yeah, you want to talk about putting on the Jets. 4:38 left to play here in the first half. 21-6 Margaretta on top of Tiffin Calvert.
Margaretta student section over there.
Yeah, they're pretty rowdy.
Yeah, you'd think it's a home game.
DeMoss at the 12 to the 30, and he is hit and dropped. A flag flies in from the back. Most likely some kind of a hold or block in the back. We'll see what the call is.
Brought down by number 20, Tony. Holding on the return team. 10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul. First down.
I gotta figure out what their audio system is here, because maybe we need to get one of those for the road unit, because that's a crystal clear referee audio out there. And he's all the way out there at midfield.
It is all sure stuff, so.
It's probably UHF. They probably got an antenna all the way up on top of the stadium, I bet. Yep, that's a nice one. I'll take a picture of that.
Just get sponsored by Sure.
Sure, why not?
We already got their slogan. Sure, nobody's used that one before.
Ball at the 14-yard line after the penalty. 1st and 10, Senecas. Wasn't that long ago they were on the field. Coleman, a couple of pump fakes. Now he's going to sling it left side. That's complete. Max Griffin on the reception. Just a 3-yard gain.
Coleman, pump fakes not once, not twice, but 3 times. The first one, it's designed. He was waiting for that double move. Try to get him to bite. No one bit. So he's like, I can't make that throw. That's that second pump. That third one's like, I got nowhere to go with the ball.
Yeah.
Finally, he's able to check it down, get something out of it. Good blocking there by the offensive line to give him time.
Second down and 7. Coleman, hands off. Nolan Lee is going to be brought down right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Just no blocking up front there, as that defensive front got right into the backfield. Pretty much as soon as Lee took the handoff, he had somebody right there waiting to greet him. Third down and long, 3rd and 7 with the ball at the 17-yard line. They need to get it past the 24 to convert here. Empty backfield set, 5 receivers. DeMoss in the slot on the near side here. 2 receivers on the far side. Tucker brought down in the backfield. Boy, he was looking for something, but nobody was there. Great coverage down the field by the Polar Bears defense.
Yeah.
And that'll be a 3-and-out by the Senecas.
I'm going to highlight number 55, Tyler Johnson. You see him there at the bottom of the screen. They were looking for DeMoss. And Johnson, you're told to, like, give some resistance when you're in zone coverage. Like, you can push off of them, as they're coming to you, jam them up. Tyler Johnson hit DeMoss so hard he threw him into the flat, into a different route. So that was your first look, and the play was broke. The pass rush was there.
Yeah.
It's a coverage sack.
That's what they call a little check. Just give him a little check. Timeout on the field. Timeout brought to you by Joe Bailiff's Route 30 Harley-Davidson in Upper Sandusky. I want to give a big shout out to Katina Steinmetz at Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. for putting together a nice little basket of goodies for us before the game today. We got some new koozies. We'll get a picture posted of those tomorrow, but some really cool koozies she made up for us. We got all kinds of goodies here. The koozies, we got, she made us some new polo shirts, these new blue polo shirts. She made Greg a nice new hoodie, and then she also made a...
Let me see these. What do we got? Oh.
Those are the koozies. Are they pretty sweet?
Creature koozie. Oh. Bleacher Creature making an appearance. Oh, some Guns N' Roses.
Oh, you haven't seen the new shirts, have you?
I have. Well, I'm in the text thread. But for purposes of this, no, I haven't. Tell them about it, Nate.
So, yeah, we have new shirts made. If you're looking to get one, send us a message on our Facebook page, or you can email sales@heartofohiosports.com. Tucker Coleman gets the punt away. Return man fields it at the 38. Luzader on the return. And he's going to be swallowed up and brought down at the 25-yard line. But these new shirts, Zach, similar to the Appetite for Destruction logo, but it is a play on the area teams, as we have the Seneca East, Mohawk, Hopewell Loudon, Columbian, and Calvert helmets in place of the 5 members of Guns N' Roses.
Whoa.
So, pretty cool. Definitely pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
So if you're looking to get one of those, send us a message, send us an email. We still have a few left, but they are going fast, folks. But once again, big shout out to Katina Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. for the koozies, and also for that sweet blanket she threw in the odor this week. It was pretty cool. I'm going to post a picture of that, too. 1st and 10. Boy, looking down the left sideline. He's got Zach Boy in the end zone. Oh, what a play by Boy! Touchdown, Margaretta! Lucas Stoltz was there in coverage, got a hand on the ball, but poked it right into the hands of Zach Boy, who was waiting there in the end zone.
Man, tough day for Stoltz, man. He's putting himself in the right positions. Sometimes you gotta say, what are you gonna do? Gets a hand on it, just falls right into the lap. That's a tough break.
Brendon, you got a good look at that one.
Yeah, that was right on the money, right in front of me. The DB got a hand on it, but he tipped it right into the wide receiver's hand. It was a free gift for him.
Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. Polar Bears lead it 28-6. Zach Boy now with 2 receiving touchdowns here in the first half.
How about Margaretta coming back out and taking a shot? They're scoring so quickly. Back-to-back first play drives.
And they're doing whatever they want to do right now, Zach. They don't need to run the ball because they can throw it so well. They did it last week, and I think that game last week opened their eyes to how good they can actually move the ball down the field when they throw the ball. Because, they were averaging 250 yards per game on the ground going into that game. When they got shut down in the first quarter in the ground game and they switched to throwing the ball down the field, you could tell it something clicked. And it's rolled over. That momentum has definitely rolled over into this week.
Coming into this one, Jake Boy, completion percentage just about 52%. Again, they didn't throw it really at all this season until last week. He's got a cannon. Interesting to see if that's part of the game plan going forward.
With a 22-point lead, 2:14 left to play here in the first half. We'll see how they play it. Jake Boy kicks it off. DeMoss fields it at the 7. DeMoss reverses field and brings it up to about the 26-yard line where he's brought down there. And that's where the Senecas will take over.
We need to see somebody like Calvert start stepping up besides DeMoss and Coleman to that credit, but they need to find another playmaker because...
Well, last week they had Nolan Lee over 200 yards, 4 touchdowns, 33 carries. It seems like when they want to run the ball, it's there, but they've gone away from it so quickly because they're down. They down 14-0 quickly. You got to think, they were down 14-0 and had only run 3 plays offensively. So, Nolan Lee once again on the carry, and this time a flag flies in. I think they're going to get hold on the perimeter. I think they're going to get Drew Meyer again, and another flag flies in as Moyer, a little upset after the play, a little extracurricular.
Landon Wire there too. Was it Wire or was it Johnson?
Both of these.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Wire. But anyway, gets pushed at the end. Moyer going all the way through the whistle. There was a little. I don't want to say it was a flop, but it was definitely a. Hey, he did that.
Yeah.
He sold it. You know.
So a discussion here with the referee crew. As there are multiple flags on the play.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. After the play, dead ball, personal foul on the offense. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. The dead ball penalties will offset.
So the two dead ball penalties are offsetting penalties, one against each team. But the holding penalty will stand. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So the spot foul was at the 34-yard line. So technically, I mean, they're only going to lose about 2 yards on this. It'd be first down and 12 instead of first and 10.
Yeah, the fact that they called that both ways as a lifesaver.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're looking at a 20-yard penalty.
Yeah, at least. And we got some confusion here as the sticks getting sorted out here. So it'll be first and 10. Should be first and 12. Hey, yeah, let's sort this out. What's going on? Like, I think the sticks were right. What are they doing? Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, but I love it. Never. Coleman back to pass. Rolls to his right. Looking. Slings it. Oh, what a pass. Drew Meyer unable to come up with the catch, though, along the sideline.
Coleman has been pretty accurate today.
Especially, look at this,
the
on the
ball where
run.
it needs to be.
To be able to throw that ball on the run like that, that's, whew.
Got to hang on.
Second and 12. 4 receivers set. Coleman in the shotgun with Nolan Lee. Handed off. Lee off the left side. And he's got it up to about the 26, maybe the 27-yard line before he's brought down. Third down and long coming up.
So now you need to say, all right, well, let's start draining this clock so Margaretta doesn't have another chance. But
then they take a timeout. Polar Bears call timeout on this 3rd and 8. This timeout brought to you by our friends at Joe Bayless, Route 30 Harley-Davidson in Upper Sandusky. We'll take this time, thank our sponsors for allowing us to bring this ball game to you live and paywall free right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks to XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, your Legacy Federal Credit Union, CLOUSE Construction, NLS Professional Grounds, UIS Insurance and Investments, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, VICEK Orthodontics, Drawn to the Surface, RIEHM Produce Farm, Joe Baylif's Route 30 Harley-Davidson, YANICH Oral Surgery and Dental Implants, Forte Music, the Ohio Army National Guard, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, Buckeye IT Services, Plastinite 3D Printing, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Advantage Overhead Door, Simonis Detailing, First National Bank of Sycamore, the Edward Jones Offices of Tiffin, Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouses, Wendy's, and CLOUSE Electric. All proud sponsors bringing you high school football right here on the pulse of the Buckeye State, Heart of Ohio Sports. Tune in this Sunday as we got Fantasy Focus, Fantasy Football Focus every Sunday at 10:30 right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Set your fantasy football lineups
How are you doing this year in fantasy? I think you beat me.
I did for my first win.
Oh my goodness!
And since then, I've got a nice little win streak going. I'm 2-3 now.
I am 3-2. So.
Who else did you lose to, Nate?
Austin.
Not me.
Coleman in the shotgun. 3rd and long, slings it down the middle of the field. He's got DeMoss once again, but just a little too much under it. Oh. Coleman just puts a little too much mustard on that one.
You know, ironically, if he throws that ball like the last touchdown pass he had with that moon shot and he's able to let that one hang just a little bit more, DeMoss has time to run underneath it, but that was a bullet.
And now the punt unit onto the field for Tiffin Calvert. Ball at the 27-yard line. Zach Boy and Carter Luzader back deep to return for the Polar Bears. They're both at their 40-yard line. Coleman gets the punt away. Luzader fields it and is brought down right at the 39-yard line. Lucas Stoltz on the tackle for the Senecas. A little frustration at that one, huh?
Stoltz playing, I mean, he gets a great jump outside, gets past his man. That punt hangs up there just long enough, and he ends up right in his lap.
Seems like the gunner blocked him right into him.
At their own 39-yard line.
First and 10 at the 39. Polar Bears lead at 28-6. 1:05 left to play here in the first half. Fake it on the jet sweep. Now Boy's going to keep it off the left side. He's got plenty of blocks. He is wide open field, and everybody's turned around, not even looking for the ball. There's a flag at the 49-yard line, but man,
Tell him how you really feel, Nate.
Defensive backs just lost where the ball was. They're both turned around like they can't find it. Like it was a pop-up or something.
10-yard penalty on the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
Great blocking. Yeah, you see the hold there away from the play. I think that's the captain, Brett Miller. Negates a long, long run right here at the end of the first half.
So the ball will be placed back at the 40-yard line. Negates it would have been a 61-yard run. Yeah. Takes a 61-yard touchdown run off the board. 28-6 your score. 53 seconds left here in the first half. Polar Bears have it at the 40-yard line with a 1st and 9. Jake Boy settles under center. Brings a man in motion. That's Zach Boy. They hand it off. Judah Keller on the carry. Breaks a couple of tackles. Gets it inside the 45 to the 46-yard line. Tucker Coleman on the tackle for the Senecas.
And number 51.
I think the Polar Bears still have 2 timeouts left, if I'm not mistaken.
They're not calling it. They might be comfortable with a 28-6 lead and just take this in a half. I don't know. You're midfield. I like a little more tempo, but seems like they're more than comfortable.
2nd and 3. They bring a man in motion. Now wait a second. They haven't called it the other way all game.
Nate, it's because he snapped the ball. That's
well,
what
they got back before the snap, though.
No, they didn't. that's what we were
Did you get a replay on that?
If you're calling it while they're in the neutral zone. Yeah, I mean that's
a good point though, Zach.
That's the miss. If Coleman is able to get that snap off while they're there, that probably gets called the other way. So good play there by Boy.
So the ball moved inside Seneca's territory at the 49-yard line. 17 seconds left. Boy fakes the handoff. Now he's going to heave it over the middle of the field, and it's broken up. Nolan Lee had a chance to make the interception there, but decides to just bat it down.
Yeah, Boy got leveled there as he's releasing this ball. He gets hit from the right side. Throws that ball in a double coverage. He just had to get rid of it.
So with 10 seconds left, probably see a couple shots towards the end zone here. What do you think, Zach? Or do you think they just come out here and run on the ball, run this out?
10 seconds is a lot of time. You could probably run 2 plays to get you utilize the outside of the field, the boundary.
They haven't really done that a whole lot today. A lot of it's been over the middle. Boy, rolls to the left, trying to find some running room here. Follows his blocks, and he is going to stay inbounds, but brought down. And we got some scrumming going on the sidelines here.
I can't get a flag.
There is a flag. Another flag. Flags all over.
So 3 flags total. 2 happened at the same time, and the one came later. So either there are offsetting penalties and then a second penalty.
We'll see what happens here. So at the end of the play, DeMoss kind of like a little bit of extracurricular and then lays on top of him. I mean, that's not necessary. You don't need to do that. Just let the kid get up and let him walk to the other sideline. Why are you laying on top of him like that?
You can't get a penalty right now if you're
exactly.
Calvert. I don't care what
there's
happens.
no need for that.
Well, you can't get a penalty if you're Calvert because this is going to push them further in. And Boyd has a can, like we said, that leg. If not just for a closer touchdown shot, I'd be interested to see if this is offsetting. They're talking about it for sure, but there were 2 separate incidents for sure. Now,
Well,
is it 3 maybe?
If there was a retaliation on the Polar Bears' part, I don't blame them because they're trying to get their guy off the sideline. He's surrounded by a bunch of blue jerseys. I'd have done the same thing if I'm on the other team. Like, I just...
Personal foul on the offense. After the play, personal foul on the defense. Those penalties will offset first down.
I just don't understand that one.
There's a whole bunch of nothing.
I don't understand that one at all. That makes no sense. I must not have seen what happened with the Margaretta side of things because...
So the first 2 flags that came out were on Margaretta, and then after the play, that 3rd flag we saw go up, that was Calvert's retaliation.
Wait, so the first 2 were against Margaretta?
Yeah, they were called on the same event by Margaretta, and then Calvert got into it after. That's what all the scuffling was on the sideline. Brendon is down there. He
Brendon, come on, let me get some input here. What the heck happened down there, man?
I don't know. I think it was kind of a false scrimmage there. I mean, DeMoss was coming off with the quarterback, and the quarterback kind of gave him a little shrug to get him off his back, and then there was a lot of pushing on that sideline.
Carter Luzader on the run. Breaks a tackle. Ball comes out. And he's down on the ground. They're going to say he was down when the ball came out. He tried to toss it up to Judah Keller there. Did you see that? That was a heads-up play there by Carter Luzader as he knew he was going down, saw his teammate there and just like, whoop. Oh, I don't think that was a heads-up play. He got up and was like, whoops. Oh, actually, that's the end of the first half. Margaretta all over Tiffin Calvert, 28-6. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got the halftime show brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. And we have our marching band performance brought to you by Forte Music. That's coming up next right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. From school fields to business fronts, NLS Professional Grounds brings your vision to life with precision field painting, game lines, custom logos, even giant flags. Perfect for sports events or standing out in a big way. Crisp, clean, and built to impress. Make your mark. Call NLS Professional Grounds today. Make sure to check out this week's edition of the Heart of Ohio Sports Observer by Josh Borgert on heartofohiosports.com. The barn is back, and so is the fun. Starting September 20th, explore Ream's famous corn maze. Meet friendly barnyard animals and make memories that last all season long. Barnyard Fun runs through October 26th, so don't miss it. At Ream's Produce Farm, where fun grows. Find out more at funacres.net. Get to know the faces that bring you the best in sports, life, and everything in between. It's the Pulse Podcast. Every Monday at 7 o'clock on YouTube. Only on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Discover your passion for music at Forte Music in Tiffin. Whether you're looking for lessons, instruments, or accessories, Forte Music offers everything you need to take your sound to the next level. From beginners to experienced musicians, they've got you covered with expert guidance and top quality gear. Forte Music, where music lives. More than just a game, this is Heart of Ohio Sports.
The one thing that we love more than the roar of a Harley-Davidson is the roar of the crowd on game day. That's why Joe Bailiff's Route 30 Harley-Davidson is proud to partner with the Bowling Green State University Falcons and be the official bike to lead the team onto the field. Don't forget to ride out to your favorite tailgate this season and cheer on the Falcons to victory. We'll catch you on down the road at Joe Bailiff's Route 30 Harley-Davidson. Walk in, ride out.
It's high school football right here on the pulse of the Buckeye State.
I just gotta figure out which camera.
It's gonna be your, oh, the main is gonna be your, it's like a USB digital.
Our next selection was released in 1991 and reached number 16 in the Billboard Top 100 in the U.S. This 9-time Platinum Award-winning song helped propel Metallica to worldwide popularity. Here is Enter Sandman. Our final song this evening was also released in 1991 and reached number 1 in many charts around the world and sold over 13 million copies. The song that pushed grunge music into the mainstream, here is Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit. The Margaretta Band thanks you for your support of music education this evening. Margaretta fans, join us at home next week when we bring our rock show back to the duck pond.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Under the direction of Mr. Victor Welch, the Calvert Marching Band and Color Guard will be performing a number of great selections for you tonight. You Give Love, a Bad Name by Bon Jovi was released in 1986 as the lead single from their breakthrough album, Slippery When Wet. It quickly became a defining anthem of the 1980s rock scene. The song was originally written by John Bon Jovi, Richie Sambora, and hitmaker Desmond Child for another artist, but the band decided to keep it after realizing its massive potential. It became Bon Jovi's first #1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100, catapulting the band to the international stage. The iconic opening line, "Shot to the Heart" and "You're to Blame," has since become one of the most recognizable lyrics in rock history, often mistaken as the title of the song itself. Take it away, band. Holiday by Green Day, released in 2005 as part of their politically charged album American Idiot, is one of the band's most outspoken protest songs. Written by frontman Billy Joe Armstrong, the song blends punk energy with the sharp social commentary, and its bold lyrics spark both praise and controversy. Despite its rebellious tone, Holiday became a commercial hit and fan favorite, often performed with live extended political rants by Armstrong during concerts. For our closing number, All the Small Things by Blink-182 was released in 1999, and it quickly became one of the band's most iconic songs. Written by Tom DeLonge as a sweet and simple tribute to his girlfriend and later wife, the song was inspired by love for pop bands like the Backstreet Boys. It became Blink-182's biggest hit, peaking at number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100, and remains a nostalgic anthem for the 1990s and late 2000s music fans. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of the Seneca Nation, the Calvert Marching Band.
Prevent opioid and stimulant misuse in your teen's sports journey. Keep all medications locked and only use them as prescribed. Talk openly about the dangers of misusing painkillers and stimulants. Work with healthcare providers to find safe alternatives for pain and focus. Protect their future. Prevent misuse. Visit carsa.org for prevention tips and community resources.
This broadcast is made possible by our sponsors, local businesses, investing in student athletes, and community pride. When you support them, you're supporting high school sports coverage right here at home. Support local. Support those who step up to the plate for student athletes. At UIS Insurance and Investments, we're committed to protecting what matters most. That's why we partner with Auto Owners Insurance, offering reliable coverage and personalized service from people you can trust. UIS and Auto Owners Insurance, working together to keep you covered no matter what life throws your way. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. From their fields to your table, Ream's Produce Farm's year-round custom produce boxes bring farm-fresh flavor right to your table. Veggies, meats, eggs, and more. Taste the difference of truly local. Ream's Produce Farm, where fun grows. Order today at funacres.net. More than just a game, this is Heart of Ohio Sports.
We are your neighbors, your sons and daughters. We are learning life and job skills and getting an education. We're proud to serve Ohio. We are your Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service at nationalguard.com/OH.
Covering sports isn't just something we do. It's in our name. Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, welcome back to Hoernemann Stadium here on the campus of Heidelberg University. The halftime show brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. Excellent performance by both marching bands tonight, presented by Forte Music. Once again, Nate Mullins on the call with Zack Dillon, Jacob Ellis on the ones and twos. We've got Emma Moeglin on the main camera and Brendon Blott down on the sideline. Thanks for tuning in here on the pulse of the Buckeye State. Get ready to start here in the second half. Margaretta on top 28-6 over Tiffin Calvert. Zack, just your thoughts on that first half. Obviously, this Margaretta team, boy, very impressive.
Front to back, they are. Offensively, everything's working. The whole playbook's open. They can run the ball. They can pass the ball. We'll take a look at their stats here. Margaretta is just outpacing Calvert everywhere you look. Rushing yards 103-23, receiving and passing yards 150-71. Margaretta 13 first downs to Calvert's 5. Across the board, touchdowns, interceptions. Margaretta 2-0. Calvert sitting at 1-1. Calvert, they're hanging in there. They're fighting pretty well, but I mean Margaretta is just in the driver's seat.
They look like they're in a class of their own right now. And I mean, that's no offense to Calvert, but right now these Polar Bears look like they are they're playing for something bigger than just this ball game. They're playing for that conference championship.
Yeah, they look just like the baddest team in the conference. We saw what they did last week. Come away with a victory.
I want to take a look at our player spotlight for Tiffin Calvert, as we didn't get a chance to get to that one in the first half. As our player spotlights once again brought to you by VICEK Orthodontics. For the Senecas last week, Nolan Lee really tore it up with 33 carries, 201 yards, and 4 touchdowns. That was just his numbers last week. On the season, he is 118 carries, 524 yards, 9 touchdowns, averaging about 4.5 yards per carry, about 75 yards per game. So he is the leading rusher for this Tiffin Calvert Seneca squad, but here in the first half, 15 carries for just 43 yards. Actually, 8 carries for 25 for Nolan, but for the team as a whole, just 15 carries for 23 yards. So not the first half that they wanted to get going, obviously, in the run game. But, Zach, they had a couple of big runs called back by penalties.
Yeah, they did. Penalties hurt not only because it mess with your ability to score and move the football, but on those drives, they had penalties that killed the drive, and then immediately Margaretta would go down in 1 or 2 plays and score. They had that happen twice. So penalties absolutely will kill your momentum because they have put together some drives, and they've moved the chains, and then they get called back, and then they have to punt, and Margaretta from there. I mean,
a couple of things that jump out to me on the stat sheet. This Senecas team 2 for 9 on 3rd downs and 2 for 8 on 4th downs. So that kind of jumped out to me on the stat sheet right there. Margaretta's 2 for 2 on 3rd downs. They've only had 2 situations where they've been in 3rd downs. But, I mean, the biggest reason for that is their offense led by senior quarterback Jake Boy, who is 6 of 8 for 150 yards, 2 touchdowns through the air, connecting with the other boy, Zack Boy, 5 catches, 152 yards, and 2 touchdowns in the first half.
These boys are pretty good.
They are balling out. The boys, isn't that right, Brendon? Is that what we're calling them, boys?
It's got to stick now. The boys.
Seneca's set to kick off as they receive the opening half kickoff. And went 3 and interception.
2 and interception.
Yeah, well, on the 3rd play.
Run, pick.
Yep.
Then Margaretta went down and scored.
Quickly. Lucius kicks it off. This is a squib kick fielded at the 19-yard line. And down the sideline, Carter Luzader to the 45 to the 50, breaks a tackle down inside the 50 to the 46-yard line. Carter Luzader on the return.
That's what happens if you wash on special teams. Take a look at all the outside stuff. Luzader able to make one cut, weave through traffic.
So the Polar Bears take over inside Seneca's territory at the 46-yard line.
That temperature's starting to drop now too. Feels like 45 out there.
Yeah, Brendon, how's that temperature feeling down there? They pitch it out to the left. Zack Boy on the catch. Do you see how I combined both their names together? Zack Boy. Jake to Zack Boy on the reception. Brendon, how you feeling down there, man? You got a coat yet?
Not yet. Going up and down the stairs warm me up a little bit, so check in on me in like 5 minutes. I probably will.
Second and about a yard. Jake Boy under center. Handed off to Judah Keller, the up man. He spins out of a tackle, breaks another tackle to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and buries his head into the end zone for the touchdown. 37-yard touchdown run by Judah Keller. And that is Margaretta Polar Bear football right there.
Yeah, he's one of the best players in the conference, and he shows it there. A physical run right up the gut, bounces off of one tackle there, bounces off of the second. He's still going. The 20, 15, 10, contact right there at the end by DeMoss. And I mean, it's kind of a matter of time before he really broke one loose, and
yeah,
here it is.
So the Polar Bears line up for the extra point. And the kick is up, and it is through. So your score, 35-6, Margaretta on top of Tiffin Calvert. Connor Roush had some score updates for us from halftime. He sent them over to me. Let's take a look around the area at some of the other scores as Hopewell Loudon, just all over Willard, 41-0. I knew they were going to take out some frustration on the Flashes this week. I just knew it. Seneca East all over Buckeye Central, 42-0. Mohawk on top of Upper Sandusky, 17-0. Fostoria leading Rossford 6-0. Fostoria looking for their first win of the year This is probably the only winnable game left on their schedule. So we'll keep an eye on that one throughout the ball game. Carey leading Colonel Crawford 6-0 at halftime.
Still.
Colonel Crawford undefeated on the season, the only team in our area left undefeated.
It's been that way, too, so early on in the first quarter.
Columbian on top of Bellevue at halftime, 14-0. And then Lakota keeping it close with Gibsonburg. It's 12-6 at halftime between Gibsonburg and Lakota with the Golden Bears on top. Here's your score updates from around the area. Thanks to Connor Roush for his update there. Of course, make sure you give him a follow. And the kickoff hits down at the 5, and it's going to roll into the end zone for the touchback. DeMoss looked like he was trying to set up himself for the return there, but
I think he crossed himself up.
Yeah.
Right at the goal line. Let it go through. That's fine. You can take that. Down by 29, though. Uphill battle.
Will start at their own 20-yard line. 11:04 left here in the third quarter. Margaretta just quickly right down the field to put that score on the board. First and 10 Senecas at the 20-yard line. Tucker Coleman in the shotgun. 4 receivers set. Coleman hands it off. Nolan Lee on the carry. It's about 2, maybe 3 yards, up to about the 22, maybe the 23.
Jace Berg in there again. We've said his name a lot tonight. Coming off of that defensive end position, he is playing with his hair on fire. I mean, he's getting off the ball really well. He's reading the ball, making tackles when he needs to. I mean, he is priority number 1 on this defense right now.
Yeah. Second down and 7. They need to move it past the 30-yard line to convert. 4 receivers set, 1 on the near side of the field. That's Logan DeMoss. 3 on the far side.
Look at that press coverage. They're tight down on him.
Coleman takes the snap. They bring pressure off the edge. Coleman down the left sideline looking for DeMoss and just wasn't looking for it as it was underthrown. And that'll be third down coming up. Take a look at the replay brought to you by CLOUSE Construction here. As Coleman had plenty of time. Nice pocket there by the Senecas offensive line, but just was unable to really put anything under that one.
Yeah, they showed man coverage. It was one-on-one. That's the throw you want to make. Just like you said, there's pressure, so kind of hard to step up into that.
Coleman back to pass, pressured. Now rolls to his right, looking to get rid of it. Gets it out complete. That's DeMoss on the reception at about the 28, but it's going to be short of the first down.
That's another dot that
I know.
He has made some really accurate throws tonight. Maybe the stats don't. The stats aren't super favorable to you right now. 60%. You know what? Coming into the first half, you'll take that 60%, 70 yards, a touchdown, an interception. Ever since that first drive, he's been playing really, really well.
Yeah, he really has. Of course, Brendon got our fan of the game at halftime. That's a 4th down conversion by the Senecas inside their own 30-yard line. Well, that was a gutsy call there, but they come up with the conversion. Tucker Coleman on the quarterback keeper picks up the yards they needed. Zach, they needed about 2.5 there. They got 3.5.
Yeah, they did enough. That clock's rolling along. I mean, you can't score it all back, obviously, here, but it would be so nice to put a drive together, try to get in a rhythm.
Brendon, those are not sandals and socks. Stop.
That was me that said that.
Coleman slings it left side, looking for DeMoss. Oh, what a catch by Logan DeMoss. Goes up and gets it. Brings it down at the 44-yard line. You saw something, Zach.
Well, that ball needs to come out way earlier because DeMoss has steps. I mean, that ball needs to be out now. A late throw, and now DeMoss has to wait under it, but you see where the contact was made.
Coleman slings it out right side, complete to Griffin. And Max Griffin.
Nice pick up there, but yeah, you
Gets
saw
up
where
to
the
the 50-yard
contact
line.
was made. DeMoss had probably a 15-yard cushion out there, and took the defensive back that much time to make up, and the ball got there the same time that he did.
Coleman on the handoff to Lee, and Nolan Lee gets it down to the 45-yard line. That'll be good enough for a Calvert first down. That's an NLS professional grounds first down.
I would really start to like seeing some up-tempo. You've now moved the chain twice in a row. Your offense is looking a little better. You're getting these chunk plays. I would step on the throttle.
Coleman slings it. Left side incomplete. Looking for Luke Van Det. As Van Det on a crossing route there. Came across the middle, but just was unable to come up with that catch.
There's nobody in the neighborhood, and I think that was probably a little, all right, you kind of let your body get ahead of your hands. Already turning up field. Don't have the ball yet.
Mariners took the lead.
They did. Josh Naylor stole a base. I mean, that is two of the most exciting games in America right now.
Now there's the encroachment, because if it's inside that tackle zone, they have to call that. Big 71 called for the infraction. That is Camden Plumley. I remember last week they told me 76 is 71, so I need to make that adjustment to my roster here. Big shout out to the Margaretta Polar Bears athletic staff, Corey Britton, the sports information director over there. Does a phenomenal job, but he's helped us out the last 2 weeks by sharing the stream. So we really appreciate their support. Obviously, appreciate all the Polar Bears fans watching. Tucker Coleman down the left sideline. DeMoss with the catch. What a catch by Logan DeMoss. He had to turn around and find that one, and it was right in his breadbasket.
Yeah, this is a double move again. They love doing this. He comes out of the gun slow, like he's going to run a little curl route. He's kind of giving up on the route. Pump fake right there, and he takes off, run towards the numbers, getting outside past the sideline. Great play.
Oh. Ball on the ground, and the Senecas able to fall on top of it. But Nolan Lee, the ball carrier, had it poked away.
Oh, Nolan Lee got rocked.
Boy, Jace Berg once again in on the play.
Take another look at that catch, though. That was great body control there by DeMoss. Right there, you see the fumble.
Moyer there, heads up, able to fall on top of it. So Senecas have it second and goal at the 11. Shotgun formation, 4 receivers on the field. They bring a man in motion, that's Van Det. Coleman slings it left, incomplete, as he was just a little too quick with that one. DeMoss was just coming out of his break when the ball got there. And unfortunately, he let him just a little too far. It's 3rd and goal.
You can get that on some of those longer routes. A lot more going on. Came inside 5 yards and then back out. And then when you're out of that break, that ball can sail, and it did.
Shotgun formation on 3rd and goal. Coleman takes the snap. Pressure. Slings it into the back of the end zone. DeMoss comes down with it. Was he inbounds? Was he in? He's in! What a catch by Logan DeMoss! I mean, incredible concentration to come up with the catch, let alone get a foot in.
I mean, that is one of the great catches you'll see at the high school level. Take a look. It was one-on-one. This is the only read. They were going his way the entire time.
Oh, he got it in. Wow. Oh, what a catch by DeMoss.
The left tippy toe gets in there right at the baseline.
Oh, beautiful play. Brendan's down there. He had a good look at it. What'd you think, Brendan?
I looked like he got it in. That was crazy. That was a beautiful ball, too, to just get it into one spot and he could catch it. That was awesome.
Love it.
Going for 2 here.
Senecas on the field, going for 2. Coleman going to keep it up the middle and into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So the Senecas bring it back to within 21, and it is 7:21 left to play, a 21-point ball game. But now you got to stop these Polar Bears. You haven't been able to do that very much tonight.
No, you haven't. That defense, they get off the field. They have a little time. Now, a lot of these guys play 2 ways, too, but make a play on offense, a long, sustained drive. We got a little score update.
I got a score update from Marion Local, 14-14, tied up with Anna. Of course, Marion Local riding the longest winning streak in the nation in high school football, 70-plus wins in a row, tied up at 14 apiece with Anna in the third quarter. Cary leading Colonel Crawford 14-7 now in the third quarter. Mohawk on top of Upper Sandusky 24-6. Edison leading Port Clinton 17-7. Fremont Ross on top of Springfield 27-14. That's in the third quarter. Perkins all over Norwalk 35-3 at halftime.
We're going to see them later this season on the X Stream.
Yes, sir.
Here,
Woodmore,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Actually at Frost Cow now, yeah.
In Tiffin.
Woodmore leading Northwood 14-7. Seneca East all over Buckeye Central 49-0. Those are your score updates from around the area. Return man fumbles it out of bounds at the 25-yard line, and that'll be a penalty flag.
You're not going to like to see this. Isaac Mullins just took a huge hit late. They called the flag, and he's holding his back.
There was the point. Like, why are you hitting somebody after the...
It's a special teams play. If I had to guess, trying to get something done on special teams, but that was on the sideline and
just trying to go the extra mile, I guess. Ridiculous. Can we'll step aside, take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Seriously, dude, like I'm.
Get to know the faces that bring you the best in sports, life, and everything in between. It's the Pulse Podcast. Every Monday at 7 o'clock on YouTube. Only on Heart of Ohio Sports. From school fields to business fronts, NLS Professional Grounds brings your vision to life with precision field painting, game lines, custom logos, even giant flags. Perfect for sports events or standing out in a big way. Crisp, clean, and built to impress. Make your mark. Call NLS Professional Grounds today. The barn is back, and so is the fun. Starting September 20th, explore Ream's famous corn maze. Meet friendly barnyard animals and make memories that last all season long. Barnyard Fun runs through October 26th, so don't miss it. At Ream's Produce Farm, where fun grows. Find out more at funacres.net.
And we're back here at Hoernemann Stadium on the campus of Heidelberg University.
It's number 8, Cale Bailey, tackled by number 13, Lucas Stoltz.
Cale Bailey on the reception was tackled by Lucas Stoltz. Sorry if I'm a little out of it, folks. A little preoccupied. The ball at the 21-yard line. Jake Boy under center. They hand it off to Judah Keller up the middle. Keller breaks the tackle and into the open to the 40, to the 35, and he is all the way inside Seneca's territory down to the 33-yard line.
He hit the hole. There was nobody there. Gets to the second level untouched, and afterburners are on.
At the Seneca's 30-yard line.
Margaretta continuing to be able to do what they want up front. I mean, they can, keep this ball in bounds, run it out. Keep leaning on the Senecas.
That's the goal, is just to keep it in bounds, keep that clock rolling. Boy Pump fake. You're going to roll, sling it into the end zone, and incomplete. Evidently, it's not the goal to keep the clock rolling. The goal is to keep that offense wide open.
Hey, well, you had the right idea. Open receiver had a step. That ball gets away from him a little bit. Who's that? Brendon Ballard? That's Cale Bailey. Ran the route.
First and 10. Second and 10, sorry. Second and 10 at the 30-yard line. Boy, on the quarterback keeper. Carries it forward inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. Boy, he just there's no resistance in the middle of that line. He just untouched for 10 yards down the field before anybody touched him.
Yeah, everything's moving. That offensive line is just really starting to lean on the Senecas.
We'll talk about our fan of the game, brought to you by YANICH Oral Surgery and Dental Implants here in just a moment. 5:25 left to play here in the third quarter. Ball inside the RIEHM red zone at the 18-yard line. Handed off. Judah Keller bounces off a tackle right into the arms of Owen Seifert. Oh, you mean they don't throw him to the ground after the play's over? Oh, that's only on one side?
No gain on play. Brings up second and 10 for the Polar Bears.
Finish through the whistle, right? You know? Second and 10. Ball at the 18-yard line. Two receivers here on the near side of the ball. Boy. Handoff. Judah Keller spins out of a tackle, keeps his legs churning and moving down to the 13-yard line. It'll bring up third down in about 5, maybe 6.
Calvert's gassed. I mean, they're feeling it. They've been on the field a long time. Physical play. You know, neither of these teams are super deep, but you know, when it's all the same guys out there, that momentum really stacks.
Yeah. 3rd and 5. Boy, going to keep it up the middle. Into the, down inside the 5. Down to the 4.
It just takes a second, third, fourth effort to get these guys down. Margaretta just pounding the rock.
Just right into the teeth of the defense.
And we get a flag there.
I'm not sure what happened there.
Ethan Bauer kind of raise his hands. Oh, there's somebody on the ground.
At the end of the play.
Oh.
Hopefully that's not the quarterback. I couldn't see the number. Brendon, who is that down on the field right now? What's the number?
Number 11 is the quarterback.
Yeah, and seeing where he was upset about getting hit.
Yeah.
And the flag. Now is not the time to be taking cheap shots.
Yeah.
You're down 35-14.
Obviously some frustration, but you can't be venting it in those ways for sure. So the Polar Bears will have it 1st and goal at the 2-yard line as Mike Lento was trying to figure things out. Like, what exactly happened there?
First and goal for the Polar Bears at the Senecas 2-yard line.
Brandon Coleman comes into the game for the Senecas. First and goal. Carter Luzader in at the quarterback position. Handoff, Judah Keller. Keller into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, you don't need to be Tom Brady to hand it off to Judah Keller. Luzader in there, hand the handoff down, and adding it on. 41-14 now. Polar Bears on top.
This has always been one of those rivalries that's, man, there's just so much testiness between these two teams anytime they play each other. Of course, last year, Polar Bears got the 10-0 win. That one's wide left. No, it went in. Oh, wow. See, the angle up here, sometimes I'll think it's no good and it's good. Sometimes I'll think it's good and it's no good. Like
I had one of those last week. it happens.
42-14 your score. Margaretta on top of Tiffin Calvert. Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here. We'd like to thank XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, your Legacy Federal Credit Union, CLOUSE Construction, NLS Professional Grounds, UIS Insurance and Investments, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, VICEK Orthodontics, Drawn to the Surface, RIEHM Produce Farm, Joe Bailiff's Route 30 Harley-Davidson, YANICH Oral Surgery and Dental Implants, FORTE Music, the Ohio Army National Guard, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, BUCKEYE IT Services, Plastinite 3D Printing, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink, Advantage Overhead Door, Simona's Detailing, First National Bank of Sycamore, the Edward Jones Offices of Tiffin, Wagner Flower Shop and Greenhouse, Wendy's, and CLOUSE Electric, all proud sponsors bringing you high school football all season long right here on the pulse of the Buckeye State, heart of Ohio sports. Back deep to return for Tiffin Calvert. Logan DeMoss, as he watches that one go into his own end zone and through the back for a touchback. Jake Boyd back out there on the kickoff duties there for the Polar Bears. That's good to see him back up and out there.
I think the Margaretta cheerleaders for every point do like a kick line.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, it's going to be a heck of like a workout. That's leg day.
Talk about our fan of the game, brought to you by YANICH Oral Surgery and Dental Implants. As Brendon was down there along the sidelines, and he says, you know, is everybody going to get mad at me if I pick a Margaretta kid? Because, I mean, they are really into this game. And I said, no, absolutely not. It's just the fan of the game, not the fan of one team of the game. So we're not looking for just one team's fans. Anybody who's the fan of the game. And that's who we picked this week, Margaretta Polar Bear fan. As, once again, fan of the game brought to you by YANICH Oral Surgery and Dental Implants. Brendon, did you get a name for this kid, or is it just kid with the purple, or the cap?
Is Bren Smith.
Bren Smith. There you go. There's our fan of the game. Once again, brought to you by our friends at YANICH Oral Surgery and Dental Implants. Seen somebody talking earlier this week about, just quoted for a cost for oral surgery, and they were just like, for one tooth? Are you kidding me? And I'm telling you, folks, you got to shop around. Just because they're the only one in town doesn't mean that's the only one you can go to. Shop around. YANICH Oral Surgery, maybe a little bit of a drive in Marion, but I'm telling you, folks, quality care, affordable, and one of the best atmospheres you can find for an oral surgeon's office. If you go over there, make sure you tell them we sent you. Once again, our fan of the game sponsor. 2nd down and 11. Tucker Coleman in the shotgun. 4 receivers set, takes the snap, slings it right, complete to the 24-yard line. Drew Meyer on the reception. Tackled immediately.
That little 4-yard curl route. Defender covered it well. Nothing after the catch. Try to set yourself up for 3rd manageable. That clock's going to keep moving. Down under 2 minutes now.
Third and 6. 4 receivers set. Coleman takes the snap. Looking. Slings it left side, and it is caught. Nice catch by Logan DeMoss with coverage all over him. I mean, you talk about the defender draped on him. Mason Reinbolt had excellent coverage on the play, but DeMoss with those strong hands goes up and gets it. brings it down, moves the chains for another NLS professional grounds first down.
On the bright side, things are pretty easy for Coleman right now. DeMoss is your first and only look.
Yeah, they're running a lot of 4 and 5 receiver sets, but really they've got one target in mind most of the time. Coleman looking, slings it, and it is picked off. Intercepted on the left sideline as Mason Reinbold goes up and gets it.
We got a flag in the backfield, but like I said, he wasn't open. It was triple coverage you're throwing that ball into with pressure. It's
and a holding's going to go against the offense.
It's just, I mean, desperate times calls for desperate measures, right? But yeah, everybody on the field knows where that ball's going.
Score update from Bellevue Columbian. They are tied at 14 apiece in the fourth quarter. Once again, that game over on the adrenaline stream. Gibsonburg has jumped out to a 26-13 lead on Lakota. That Gibsonburg-Margaretta matchup at the end of the year looming large as the SBC River could be on the line in that game as well. Handoff. Judah Keller into the open, breaks a tackle to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and he is not going to be denied into the end zone. Touchdown, Margaretta. Judah Keller in this second half has just been dominant.
Throw that one up on the huddle page.
Wow.
That was a great run there by Keller. It starts off with a physical stiff arm right there, planted him, cut back, break a tackle, and shoulder down.
I mean, put his shoulder between the 1 and the 3 on Lucas Stoltz and just drove forward. Woo. That's a tough run right there.
Hey, you can hear a pin drop. They're just down on the field. They're beat down.
The extra point attempt is up, and it is through. 49-14 is your score. And that'll put the Polar Bears up by 35, which will start the running clock.
Margaretta Polar Bears 49, your Calvert Senecas 14. With that score, we reach a 30-point differential.
So with that, the Senecas' second opponent enters the field, as now they're playing against both the Polar Bears and the clock. 49-14 is the score. Some more score updates from around the area. Once again, Gibsonburg on top of Lakota, 26-13 in the fourth quarter. Carey still leading, now takes a 17-7 lead over Colonel Crawford in the fourth quarter. That's a huge game right there. Mohawk leading Upper Sandusky 24-6. And that's pretty much it for score updates from our area. Clyde leading Sandusky 40-7. Perkins all over Norwalk 42-3. And that game, Marion Local and Anna still tied at 14 in the fourth quarter. Kickoff fielded at the 5-yard line by Logan DeMoss. DeMoss, wow, boy, he is just dropped right at the 18-yard line. Excellent open field tackle there by Tony Ramon Quintero.
5'7" sophomore putting in work on special teams. Makes a great open field tackle and Calvert's best player. All right. That's where you earn that respect. That's where you start to get looks. All right, you can make a play on special teams. Now let's get you a mix on defense. That's what you love to see if you're your head coach, Gary Quizno.
That's the end of the third quarter. Margaretta all over Tiffin Calvert, 49-14. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Get to know the faces that bring you the best in sports, life, and everything in between. It's the Pulse Podcast. every Monday at 7 o'clock on YouTube, only on Heart of Ohio Sports. At VICEK Orthodontics, they're all about creating confident, healthy smiles for every age. Dr. VICEK and the team use the latest techniques to make your orthodontic journey comfortable and effective. Discover the difference of personalized care and a smile you'll be proud to show off. Schedule your consultation with VICEK Orthodontics today. More than just a game, this is Heart of Ohio Sports. It's high school football right here on the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Welcome back to Hoernemann Stadium here on the campus of Heidelberg University. Nate Mullins, Zack Dillon on the call with you here today. Jacob Ellis on the ones and twos on production side of things. Brendon Blott down on the sidelines, and Emma Moeglin on camera. Thanks for tuning in here with us on Heart of Ohio Sports. Fourth quarter of action starts. Senecas ran a play, picked up a yard. It's now 2nd and 9. 49-14, Margaretta on top. Tucker Coleman slings it. Right side complete. Max Griffin on the reception. Ball comes out, and they're going to say that's a fumble, and the Polar Bears come up with the recovery. But that was just not a nice, Griffin's going to have to come off the field because he took one heck of a shot from that one.
He got hit up top. The flag came in there. Oh, sorry, not a flag, but the fumble spot.
They're going to say he was down before the fumble. So it stays Calvert ball at the 25-yard line, 3rd down and 4. It's like 3rd and about 3. The referees are laying down the law, saying we're done.
I have never heard that before, the warning from the official, and nobody move. You're staying back behind that line. I've never heard an official talk to the entire team like that.
Coleman rolls to the right, slings it, and right through the hands of his intended receiver. Looking for Luke Van Det.
Yeah, Van Det had another huge cushion here on the backside of the play. Coleman didn't see him until first read's gone, second read's gone, comes back this way, and Van Det was just hanging out there on the sideline. Couldn't make an accurate throw.
There's so many times last year where, the offensive shortcomings for the Senecas were one thing, but their defense could keep them in games. They kept them in so many games last year. It's just not been there this year. I mean, so many times this year they've been giving up 35 or more points. It's just hard to win a game when you're giving up. And there's another pick. Judah Keller with the interception over the middle. And he cuts it back, and he's into the end zone. Pick 6 for Judah Keller.
Judah Keller had one of the better games you're going to see.
Man, I'll tell you
at
what.
Any level. Add on the defensive touchdown here. He came into this one leading the team, pace of the entire league. That throw overthrown. Safety, that's an easy pick.
And the Senecas, that's been a theme for them this year, is also the pick sixes. I don't know how many times we've seen that. And we've been on calls for them this year where, as soon as the defense picks the ball off, they know, just set up blocks.
Yeah, Keller was able to slow roll that one. Got outside the end man. Kind of let the backside of that defense do the rest.
Kick is up. Extra point attempt is good from Jake Boy. Makes it 56-14. And the Senecas will come back out on offense. And Zach, as much as you want to try to move the ball down the field here, it might be about time when you should start trying to run the ball and start thinking about next week.
Yeah, I mean,
what are you really gaining here?
That happens.
Take a look around the area, see if we got some more score updates for you. Colonel Crawford has scored. It's 17-14 carry now in the fourth quarter. Still tied at 14 between Columbian and Bellevue in the fourth quarter.
Number 11, Max Griffin, and number 13, Lucas Schultz. Kicking off for the Polar Bears, number 11, Jake Boyd.
Other than that, pretty much all the scores pretty much staying the same. Monroeville all over Plymouth, 49-0. Hopewell Loudon 54-6 final over Willard. Clyde final over Sandusky 40-7. Edison and Port Clinton playing a close game, 17-14. The Chargers on top. DeMoss fields it at the 3. Brings it back to the 20. And he's going to be brought down at the 22-yard line. Another great open field tackle by Tony Ramon Quintero. And the Senecas will take over at their own 25-yard line.
Cheerleaders putting in work down here.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Got the leg kicks for every point, 56 of them.
No, they're just lucky the mascot doesn't have to do push-ups.
He was doing the kicks with them for a while, but I think after like 30, he was like, yeah, I'm done.
Scrawny Polar Bear.
So now we have some substitutions in the game now for the Senecas. As I believe that is Lane Reinhart on the carry. Freshman running back.
Bentley Cologne, the new quarterback. Freshman, 5'9", 140. And I bet you the only play call you got to make is handoff, left or right.
I don't know. Last time he came in the game, they had him throwing the ball around. So
I see.
He's got an arm. Cologne back to pass. Pump fakes, throws it down the right sideline, and that is picked off. Intercepted by Vinny Barnett, freshman. Comes up and picks it off. Smallest guy on the team at 5'2", 110 pounds.
That when it rains, it pours. That clock keeps running, 56-14.
And their wheels are just falling off now at this point.
Yeah. They're going to say that was incomplete. That Calvert offense still out there. So almost an interception.
Third down and long. Cologne rolls to the right, looking to pass. Looking, slings it. He's got Coleman, Brandon Coleman on the reception, up to about the 39-yard line.
Pass completed to number 23, Brandon Coleman. Brought down by number 15, Lucas Greenwald. First down for the Senecas, first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
5:24 left here in the ball game. We'll check in with Brendon Blott here in just a minute. He's down on the sidelines. See if he's got anything for us. See him standing down there next to Jeff Hammer. Cologne had it stripped away from behind, and the Polar Bears are going to fall on it, but they're going to say it's incomplete, as I think they're going to say he was coming forward with it. Ooh, I don't know about that, but lucky break for the Senecas. We haven't had too many of those today. Second down and 10. The ball at the 39-yard line. 4:25 left to play here in the ball game. Handoff. Reinhart on the carry. Stood up and dropped right at the 40-yard line after about a yard gain. Brendon, you're on that Calvert sideline, man. What's the mood like down there?
I don't know if there's a good word to describe it other than just dead.
Ouch.
Yeah, I think that probably after that first score coming out of the halftime, there's nothing over here. There's not an ounce of energy left. They're ready to get up out of here.
Oof. 3rd down and 9. Ball at the 40-yard line. Cologne back to pass. Down the right sideline looking for Drew Meyer. Was he in? No, they're going to say he was out of bounds.
Needed to see a toe touch over there on the sideline. It's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Just got to try to go limp.
Yeah, that's easier said than done, though. Especially when you're trying to catch the ball.
Yeah.
Got another score update for you. Bellevue on top of Columbia now, 21-14. 21 straight unanswered points for the Redmen as they take the lead in the 4th quarter. Cologne throws it down the right sideline looking for Meyer, and that one's incomplete. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. It gives the ball back to the Polar Bears at the 40-yard line with 2:40 left to play here in the ball game. 56-14 is your score. This will be our final Calvert broadcast of the regular season, as next week they travel to Woodmore to take on the Wildcats. That'll be a tough matchup for them. Tell you what, those Wildcats been playing a lot of teams really tough this year. And then they close out their regular season here at home against Willard. I think they still might have a chance to sneak in as one of those bottom seeds because this region's kind of not really the toughest region this year. Let's just say it's a little top heavy.
I would say we are covering that Woodmore Calvert game next week.
Oh yeah, we are on that one. My
you
last
won't be
Calvert
there.
game. My last Calvert game. My apologies. Yeah, that Woodmore game should be a tough one. 2nd and long. They give it to the motion man off the right side. And he's going to be brought down at about the 38-yard line. Lucas Greenwald on the carry for the Polar Bears. Down to 1:30 left to play here in the ball game. Make sure you stick around for the postgame show. Brought to you by your Legacy Federal Credit Union. We'll have our player of the game presented by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. That's coming to you directly after the conclusion of this ball game. Still tied at 14 between Marion Local and Anna.
Is that game moved to the 4th quarter yet?
It is in the 4th quarter now, yes. Handed off, right side. And not a whole lot of running room there.
It's going to be real close if they have to run another play or not.
Landon Starr on the carry for the Polar Bears.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be...
It's
they will have to hold the ball for 1 second.
Yeah, so you take the snap, you take 4 steps back, and then you drop that knee down.
Uh-huh. That's going to be the end of the ball game with your score 56-14. Margaretta on top of Tiffin Calvert. I think for technical purposes, they're going to have to take a snap here, but are they going to make them? They're just going to say, all right, this is done. You'll run it all the way down to the 1 second, call timeout. And that's it. That's the end of the ball game. 56-14 is your score. Margaretta on top of Tiffin Calvert. We'll step aside, take a timeout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the postgame show. Brought to you by your Legacy Federal Credit Union. That's coming to you next right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When
we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go: Heart of Ohio Sports.
We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve. Our broadcasts are free, and they always will be. We don't hide behind a paywall.
When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
After an injury or surgery, adults are often prescribed opioids or stimulants, powerful drugs that help with pain or focus. But when unused or expired medications linger, they pose serious risks: misuse, addiction, or accidental poisoning, especially for children. Seneca County has 5 locations where you can safely dispose of medications. Take it to the box or use a deter bag at home to deactivate them safely and permanently. Prevent misuse, protect your family, dispose safely. Learn more or request a free Deter Safe disposal bag at carsa.org. Prevention starts with you.
Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink is here for all of your printing and design needs. From reunions to small events, to business apparel and even vehicle lettering, they've got you covered. They make the gear that you make your memories in. Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink. More than just a game, this is Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy.
My stomach is messed up.
The game's almost over. Can't you wait?
No, I gotta go right now.
Wow, really?
Swung on, hit to center, well hit. Back, and this one's gone. A home run for Connor Moyer on an 0-2
Needed
pitch.
that.
Smokes it to dead center. That's
Oh man, are you kidding me?
It happens. Never miss a moment. Heart of Ohio Sports. Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
All right, welcome back to the postgame show brought to you by your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Nate Mullins, Zack Dillon on the call with you here tonight. What an impressive performance by these Polar Bears, man.
They looked really good.
They really did.
You can see why they are one of the best teams in the conference. You can see why they did what they did to Hopewell. They played really physical, both sides of the ball. They could run. They could break tackles like nobody's business. And yeah, everything was working. They could pass the ball really well. Offensive line play. It was really good.
Yeah, and they looked impressive all 3 phases of the game. I said for Tiffin Calvert to win this one, they had to play a perfect game tonight, really. And you see why. This Polar Bears team is playing with a passion that you haven't seen in a long time in this area. I mean, for them to go over into Bascom and knock off the Chieftains last week, you can tell they had so much momentum from that game that they carried into this one. They scored 29 last week, put 56 on the board here tonight, and just outstanding performance in all 3 phases of the game.
Do we have their schedule in front?
Schedule?
I think we do. Pull it up, but Man, Hopewell, that was a tough game last week. Absolutely carrying some of that swagger with you going forward.
I think our player of the game is about to join us here. There's their schedule there. Mr. Turk. Good. How about you? They let anybody in here, don't they?
Yeah, taking a look. The Calvert, Lakota and Gibsonburg, the last two there.
That Gibsonburg game is looming large.
Yeah, it's one to have circled for sure.
That's the one that I've got my eyes on because, obviously Gibsonburg fell to Hopewell, but they haven't lost to anybody else. So all the marbles will be on the line for that one. And let's see, where's that one going to be at? Is that one in? That one is in Castalia. So
that takes a crazy three-way battle for that top spot. Anyone could get in, and it looks like somebody's going to need some help from somebody else.
Unless Margaretta just runs the table.
Takes care of business.
Yep.
Exactly.
They control their own destiny when it comes to the SBC River. So we're going to have to see how this one plays out for the rest of the year. But like Zach said, they host Lakota next week. They've been on the road for 3 straight weeks. They went to Woodmore. They went to Hopewell. They came here to Calvert. Now they got 2 home games as they close out the season against Lakota and Gibsonburg. We have our player of the game. Once again, brought to you by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. You had to wear that before. You know what that's like.
Around there.
1 year ago today?
Something like that. It just popped up in my memories.
I love it. All right, let's see where you're at. Are you lined up? Come on over here, bud. There we go. Judah Keller, our Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery player of the game. Outstanding performance, young man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So let's go over this one. Let's talk about it. Big win last week over Hopewell, obviously. But they kind of shut you down a little bit. Like, they had you in check. Obviously, defensively, you had a hell of a game. Over 20 tackles. But, offensively, you didn't have the game you wanted. What was the mindset this week going into this one?
I mean, versus Hopewell, we threw the ball more than we've ever done. Like, Jake threw it 22 times.
Yeah.
He threw it 30 throughout the first 6 games, and he threw it incredible. So I didn't really need to be a big part in the run game. But this week, we didn't throw it as much as we usually do. I mean, no, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
but,
I understand. Didn't throw it as much as you did last week.
Yeah, as much as we did last week, and they just gave the rock to me. In the second half, I came alive. I mean, thank God for a good line. You know what I mean?
You had one heck of a line tonight. Opened a lot of holes. A lot of times you guys weren't getting touched till you were 10 yards down the field. Now, I can't give this to all the offensive linemen, but you can give them credit, man.
Oh, yeah. All credit goes to them.
Obviously.
If they didn't make a hole for me, I would never get a yard. You know
That's
what I mean?
right. So 12 carries, 165 yards, 4 touchdowns. But I want to talk about that pick 6, man.
Yeah.
You just would not be denied. That's one you could put on the huddle film right there, man.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I mean, running through tackles, like, you have this mindset. You have a nose for the end zone, man. Like, what is it about you just, you just refuse to be denied?
Well, ever since I was little, my dad's always teach me to be the toughest guy in the field. I mean, he's a basketball coach, but he never played football, but he's pretty tough, and he's always told me, you got to be the baddest mother trucker on the field, and that's why I go out there and try to be every day.
I love it, man. I love it. And that's exactly what you were tonight. You were the baddest mother trucker out there, and you take home the Benchwarmers Player of the Game award. So, got any shout-outs, man?
I mean, obviously God and my family and my coaches.
There you
I wouldn't
go.
be nothing without my coaches in my line.
So they tell me you're a better basketball player than a football player.
I don't know about that.
I mean
some people say that, but I'm in football. You got to have a different mindset. And I bring that mindset. I turn on the switch. You know what I mean?
So
like Brian Dawkins.
All right. So last week, I got to tell you, our camera guy was taking notice after every play. You're walking, going like,
oh yeah, I would go insane.
So is that why you wear the Guardian cap to keep yourself?
Well, I had a severe head injury last year.
I know.
And my mom's all scared about it still, so I wear it for her. But I mean, if I had a choice, I probably wouldn't wear it.
My boy wears it.
Oh, really? Where'd he go to school?
7.
Okay.
That was 7 out there.
Gotcha, that makes sense.
He played kickoff, but yeah. I mean, you got to wear it. If you had a big head injury, absolutely. And what's
it
it hurt?
Just helps out a little bit.
What's it hurt? Nothing. So, once again, our player of the game, you got your shout-outs. Now, we got a shirt for you. I didn't bring my gift card. With me, but I'm going to see if I can send somebody over to you guys in week 10 to cover that Gibsonburg mark.
That's
going to be one heck of a game.
We got to get it done against Dakota first.
I know. They're not looking ahead. I know. I can't catch you looking ahead because you're a coach's kid.
I am a coach's kid through and through, that's for sure.
But once again, our player of the game, Judah Keller. Thanks again, man. Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate your time. Outstanding performance tonight by the Polar Bears. But Judah Keller takes home the Player of the Game award, 12 carries, 165 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a 39-yard pick six. Once again, thanks again for joining us here in the press box. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
I was watching this.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go, Heart of Ohio Sports.
We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, but you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve. Our broadcasts are free, and they always will be. We don't hide behind a paywall.
When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
After an injury or surgery, adults are often prescribed opioids or stimulants, powerful drugs that help with pain or focus. But when unused or expired medications linger, they pose serious risks: misuse, addiction, or accidental poisoning, especially for children. Seneca County has 5 locations where you can safely dispose of medications. Take it to the box or use a deter bag at home to deactivate them safely and permanently. Prevent misuse, protect your family, dispose safely. Learn more or request a free Deter-A-Safe disposal bag at carsa.org. Prevention starts with you.
Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink is here for all of your printing and design needs. From reunions to small events, to business apparel and even vehicle lettering, they've got you covered. They make the gear that you make your memories in. Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Ink. More than just a game, this is Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, welcome back to Hoernemann Stadium here on the campus of Heidelberg University. Post-game show brought to you by your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your final score, Margaretta 56, Tiffin Calvert 14. Zach, let me get your final thoughts here.
Final thoughts, Margaretta is the real deal. I mean, they look like it. A lot of running up the scoreboard there. Not running up, but like there are a lot of points that came there in the fourth quarter. In the third quarter, running clock starts to keep moving. So it can be easy to lose some of the good things that went away. I think Tucker Coleman right now for Calvert, he played really well. He made some pretty incredible throws. You see that offense needs some work. That defense can keep them in games, but you got to score points.
Yeah. Well, tonight you'd have had to score 57 points to keep in this one. So defense, I feel like this season has been, frustrating for the coaching staff, obviously, but any of these defensive coaches have got to be scratching their heads right now, because you look at this team and I know there's a couple missing pieces from last year, but it's largely a lot of the same pieces that came back from last year. And, this is a defense last year that was one of the tops in the league. This year, they just haven't been able to find that same winning formula, that same recipe for success. So it's frustrating, but, obviously you still got 2 more games to try to right the ship. You got Woodmore next week, and then you've got Willard to close out the season. You got a chance to possibly sneak into the playoffs.
Those are 2 winnable games
Absolutely.
for Calvert, for sure.
They sit at number 8 spot in their region right now. So as of right now, that would be hosting a playoff game. But after tonight, they're going to lose some points. They're going to drop down a little bit. But like I said, still a chance to pick up some points with a win over Woodmore and with a win over Willard. You can right the ship. You can finish the season at 500. Still a chance for some things in front of you. You got to keep everything in front of you right now. Yep. You cannot lose focus of what's in front of you, and that's these last 2 games. Finish strong. Once again, Final score 56-14. Margaretta all over Tiffin Calvert. They move to 7-1 and 5-0 inside SBC River play, setting up what looks to be a Week 10 clash between Gibsonburg and Margaretta in Castalia down at the Duck Pond. That one, obviously, Judah said they got to make it through Lakota next week first. They're not overlooking anybody, but that could be for the SBC River Championship. And if the Golden Bears were able to come up with a way to upset the Polar Bears, you're looking at a three-way tie for the SBC River. So a lot of scenarios still in play here. But as for Tiffin Calvert, that pretty much does it for them. Their chances at the SBC River are done after tonight, obviously. But, still, like I said, everything's in front of them. Still a chance to right the ship, finish on a strong note. That's it. That's going to do it for us here tonight. I want to thank Emma Moeglin for doing a great job on the main camera. Thanks to Brendon Blott for doing a phenomenal job on the sideline tonight. And, of course, thanks to my partners up here in the press box, Zack, Dillon, and Jacob Ellis, doing a phenomenal job here all night long. Once again, thanks for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports. If you've made it this far, please do us a favor. Share the video. Like, follow, subscribe. All of that stuff helps us a lot. But if you share the video, we reach new audiences. That's what we're looking to do here, folks. We want to grow this thing. Once again, thanks for tuning in to the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show. Final score, Margaretta 56, Tiffin Calvert 14. You've been watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Have a great night.